Good morning, I'm Steve and welcome to Green Side Up. Right, this is asparagus. This is the variety called Mary Washington. I sowed this last spring. There's 2 rows, and the reason I sowed it was because the previous spring I'd sown some and I made an asparagus bed outside, and through the summer 3 or 4 died, so I got another row in, and these will be replacements for those empty spaces in the asparagus bed. So I'm just going to rip these out now. They've been in here for a year, so I'm going to pot them on for now, and I'm just going to pot them up in soil directly from the bed. They're grown in soil and they're going to go into soil, so there's no point in potting on into compost. So we'll just dig them out and see what we've got, if I can. Cut. Right, so I had to cut there and go and get a fork to get them out. They're much deeper than I thought they'd be, these plants. And look at this. I'm actually going to physically have to break these apart. See if I can separate them. There we go, there's one. When this happens, if you can shake off excess soil, they can sometimes be easier to untangle. Right. That really surprised me. I didn't expect them to be that deeply rooted. I mean, that's a year's growth in just sown from seed, like same time, this time last year, same time. So if you're thinking you want to grow asparagus from seed, this is how to do it. There you go, fairly wonderful. I mean, my first year's sowings 2 years ago, I hoofed them out in autumn, put them in pots, and they overwintered in pots. But of course, last year in October, I had a fairly serious injury, and I couldn't really get down the plot much between October and December. So this is a consequence of that. But you know, we'll get on with it and we'll get around it. There's some pretty marvellous crowns here. Well, that turned out to be a much worse job than I thought it was going to be. I didn't expect them to be that deep in the ground, the roots. But normally I sort of plant them, well, not last year, the year before, I planted them in spring, and I potted them on by the end of the summer, and they overwintered in pots, and then I planted them out last spring. But they've been in the ground far too long, and the roots have just carried on growing over the winter in the warmth in here. So where I was going to attack it with a trowel to get them up, I needed to cut there and get a fork and some bigger pots to put them in. And I potted about 18, I think. Potted about 18 up. The rest, because the roots are so vast, I'm going to leave them in situ for now. And when I come to fill the holes in the asparagus bed outside, I will quite possibly just take some out of the ground then, put them straight in, and I'll have the potted on ones as backups, whichever ones survive. I'm not hopeful of them potted on ones surviving because the root system is that vast. But it's another lesson learned. Until 18 months, nearly 2 years ago, I'd never grown them before, so it was all new. And that's it for this one. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my newer content. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.